For 3 millennia, the Nile River served as the life-giving artery for one of history's most enduring civilizations. The story begins in the early dynastic period, as scattered farming villages united under the rule of the first pharaohs. This unification established a powerful, central authority that could finally organize the labor needed to manage the Nile's floods. By mastering these seasonal waters, the Egyptians created a reliable food supply that allowed their society to thrive and grow. With this newfound stability, the Old Kingdom emerged, a golden age defined by the ambition of the early pharaohs. Architects pushed the boundaries of engineering, leading to the construction of the Great Pyramids at Giza. These massive stone structures were more than just tombs. They were symbols of the pharaoh's divine connection to the cosmos. However, internal political strife and shifting climate patterns eventually weakened this centralized power, leading to a period of instability. This breakdown of order marked the First Intermediate Period, a time of fragmentation and local rule across the Nile Valley. Egypt eventually recovered, entering the Middle Kingdom, an era characterized by a cultural renaissance and a focus on literature. Trade networks expanded significantly, connecting the Egyptian heartland with distant regions across the Mediterranean and beyond. Pharaohs of this era shifted their public image, acting more as protective shepherds of their people than as distant, untouchable deities. This period of prosperity was interrupted by the arrival of the Hyksos, a foreign people who migrated from the Levant. Their presence brought the Middle Kingdom to a sudden end, plunging Egypt into the Second Intermediate Period. Under foreign rule, a deep nationalistic fervor took root, setting the stage for a dramatic resurgence of Egyptian power. The new kingdom rose from these ashes, marking the absolute height of Egyptian imperial influence and military reach. Egypt transformed into a dominant superpower, projecting its authority deep into the Near East through strategic conquest. Iconic rulers like Hatshepsut took the throne, using their power to commission grand architectural projects and maritime expeditions. Later, the visionary Akhenaten challenged tradition, while Ramesses the Great solidified Egypt's status through monumental building and warfare. They commissioned vast temple complexes like Karnak and Luxor, creating architectural wonders that still dominate the landscape today. These temples served as religious hubs, reflecting the immense wealth and spiritual devotion of the New Kingdom's elite. Despite this grandeur, the empire eventually faced decline due to mounting economic instability and internal administrative struggles. The mysterious Bronze Age collapse further destabilized the region, weakening Egypt's ability to maintain its vast borders. The Third Intermediate Period followed, characterized by a slow fragmentation of the state and the loss of sovereign control. Neighboring empires began to exert influence, and the once mighty pharaonic state struggled to maintain its independence. Nubian rulers eventually ascended to the throne, followed by waves of Assyrian and Persian occupations. These successive invasions stripped away the autonomy that had defined the Egyptian state for so many centuries. The final chapter of pharaonic history began with the arrival of Alexander the Great in the 4th century BCE. His conquest ushered in the Hellenistic Ptolemaic dynasty, blending Greek culture with ancient Egyptian traditions. The city of Alexandria became a new intellectual capital, serving as a bridge between the Mediterranean world and Egypt. Cleopatra VII emerged as the final active pharaoh, attempting to restore Egypt to its former glory through strategic diplomacy. She navigated the complex politics of a changing world, but the rising power of Rome proved to be an unstoppable force. The defeat of her forces signaled the definitive end of the pharaohs and the ancient system of rule. With the death of Cleopatra, Egypt was formally annexed as a province of the expanding Roman Empire. The ancient way of life, with its unique religious and social structures, slowly faded into the pages of history. Today, the legacy of ancient Egypt lives on, preserved in the enduring stone of its monuments and the mysteries of its past.